Alright, I guess I'll just start now. I'm not really sure when to go right now. Welcome back to BS Rambles. Thanks guys for watching this video. I'm just going to be doing a little gameplay of Blaze, who's one of my favorite characters right now. And just kind of talking through what I'm thinking while I play, how I make my decisions. So the first one is this first talent. And frankly, I don't think New Habits is a very good talent. Usually I end up going with the neutral stim pack. Because it's hard to tell what your team's going to need right off the bat a lot of the time. This time we've got kind of a heavy melee comp without a tank, but the reason I go with the oof, maybe I underestimated how hard it is to talk and play at the same time. Anyways, the reason I go with the neutral stim pack is because I find it's if you want to be tanky, you want to have more damage, but having faster access to your abilities kind of gives you both survivability and damage output, right? Like faster access to oil spill especially increases the survivability of not only you but the rest of your team as well. And I like to think that over those 5 seconds I can get more than 500 damage negated. That's in comparison to that defense stim pack, right? Oof. Oh man. The other problem with doing it live like this is if I play like shit, I just wasted all this commentary on playing like garbage, so I gotta really try to focus and play well at the same time as trying to blab your guy's ear off, which might be impossible for me. Holy shit, that was close. Um, Obviously some retarded gameplay. I'm not gonna be the best Blaze player that you see, and this is also a quick match game, but I think this might be a fun way for me to kind of talk through the decision making that I do and kind of what I'm thinking when I'm choosing how to build Blaze. And the reason why I'm wanting to go this route for Blaze rather than my typical hero guide route is they did a really excellent job of Blaze's talent tree in that he really does have a lot of options at every level. There's not a lot of one path build. Like if you look at my Hanzo guides that I've done, there is one build that I do with Hanzo every single time, right? I play it no matter what I'm playing against. There's like 1 or 2 talents where I actually I feel there's some room for decision making in the Hanzo build that I do, but other than that, I feel like oh god, I'm making shitty plays. I'm trying to blab to you guys. Um, oh, I suck. Um, Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of diversity here. So I typically hear Meltdown is amazing if you're against a highly melee comp, which I may go here for Sonya, the decreased damage. After that, Oil Spill slowing when ignited is also an amazing talent. So I typically will pick between one of those two. I really don't think the increased oil spill area is necessary if you're landing them properly, right? Maybe if I had done that properly, I might have picked a kill there. So if you're doing it properly, you probably shouldn't need it. I'm going to go Meltdown this game. It's really good, and it synergizes well with his ultimate, his area of effect ultimate. Just in that you're going for that kind of balls deep play style, you know, where Blaze is fun because you're really going to be in their face. I feel like he's like the Lich King, but fire themed instead of ice themed. Look at this guy. He's trying to circle around for me. Oh, let's do it then. Boom! And then you lay the cheese after. That's a necessity to lay the cheese. I used to try to pick sprays specific to the character, but now I just use cheese every single time. I feel like it's the most effective spray for trolling. If you can remember to lay it down on people, I think it's demoralizing. Here, I really don't like incinerator gauntlets because I don't necessarily know when when I'm gonna want to use the slow of my oil spill versus the ignite of it, right? So if you haven't taken the talent that gives the fire slow, it's not a good one to take. Oof, gotta focus a little bit on this fight for a moment. So typically I'll end up going Crossfire because it works with any build that you end up doing. Crossfire will always be a good talent choice. You really can't go wrong with it. So I end up going crossfire more than anything else. What's the other one in there? Grill and kill. Yeah, I never think that the oil spill duration is that good, because how often are people even soaking the current full duration of your oil spill, right? You'd have to absolutely nail that to really get it properly. And I feel like most of the time I'm only getting about half value out of my oil spill. Again, maybe it's worth it if you've taken the fire ignite. So there's potential for a W build, I guess, a full oil still build if you've taken the one that makes it slow still while ignites, and then your incinerator gauntlets can ignite them. There's some decent potential there. Oh, somebody made a big mistake, and that's me. Whew, that was close. It's a shame to waste Pyromania like that for defensive purposes. The reason I was able to pop it there for defense, though, is because of that meltdown talent that I took. I pretty much always go combustion because I really like, if you've watched my videos before, you probably know that I really like those high carry potential talents where you kind of take the game into your own hands by just putting a fight on your back. It's the same reason I love Dragon Strike, right? Like, there's potential if you hit that right to just wipe an entire team. So it kind of takes some of the balance off of your teammates and puts a little bit more of the game into your own control, because you have access to those clutch plays, right? And you can talk all day about what the statistically optimal build is, which is probably the one that's going to best optimize the output of your team. And that might be bunker, because you're giving a good option for people to hide from burst damage, especially if you have someone that's being regularly bursted down. Then it's probably a really good option. Ooh, I'm going to get a good combustion here. Oh, it's not a good combustion. Ugh, tragedy. This is what I was worried about. It's just doing this live commentary and just doing absolutely retarded crap. Not to mention that little lag spike there. That's usually when you message your team and just let them know that you're sorry for the lag. I always find myself taking credit for things like this. Like, if I die for a kill, or if I die during a team fight, and later my team manages to still salvage the situation, I'm always just like, oh, well, that happened because the play that I made was worth it. Like, I obviously made a play that allowed them to have the advantage to make that play, but in actuality, I just stink and I died, and then my team managed to throw me on their back for a minute there. I'm glad that they didn't decide to go and contest. They easily could have four-man contested while their two tanks were up here. I probably should have remade my decision when HotS said that he was on his way over there. Here, I will never take fuel leak, because how many times do people go behind where you just use your jet fuel, right? Not very often. Oh, it's go time again. Wow, he really felt like he died for no reason. I hope I'm not triggering too many people by having not picked my talent, but I wanted to talk about it first. um, Oil Spill's a great talent for a melee composition team. The Flame Jets are great too for a more spell damage centric team. That's one of those, whatever you're gonna do in the moment, or whatever best counters the team that you're up against. Might not have been the right pick here, but I feel like I'm getting Tychus in that oil spill a lot, and also Sonya, and I can break her out of her. Oh, interesting play there. I guess it's go time. See, look at all this value I'm about to get out of the increased cooldown on oil spill, right? Like, now, do you think I would have taken less damage from a shield there, or from the extra oil spills that I'm laying down? Oh, and let me just cap that little piece of advice off with a stupid guy death, just to... Oh, maybe not. I guess we're still going. Uh-oh, not out of the woods yet. Alright. Team managed to save my ass there. But yeah, to my point, I feel like you get more survivability out of having quicker access to oil spill, quicker access to jet propulsion, And like there, maybe you can even get a little bit of extra damage out to help turn a fight, and that prevents damage in its own way. And the same can be said for offense, right? I feel like if you're using these abilities effectively, you can outdo the raw stats that you get from the increased attack speed, which his attack, I guess maybe there's access to an auto attack build that you could do, but I just frankly don't see it being quite as good. Let me just run around randomly for a moment while I try to say that. Well, the reason I'm messing up those OS builds is I'm trying to ignite both of them at the same time here. And it is not easy to play at the same time. Alright. I am 100% sure that this Grey Man and I can do this fight. Come on, dude. I'll do it alone. I'm crazy, man. Plus, this Tychus has shown time and time again that he absolutely blows at the game. So maybe... Oh, I cannot do this with Tracer there, though. Man, if that... Like, why do you think they need your help down there? Jube the noob? That's so annoying. We easily could have had this. Instead, I'm just going to linger around till I feed a kill. Because I'm equally as bad as this game as that guy is. Alright, level 16 talent. This is always a pivotal point in the game. Let's see. I don't often take the... I really like heat treatment, frankly, here. It's all good, good tanky stuff. So you can kind of make a judgment call on how or why you're dying. Right? Like, do you need some... This is honestly a really good talent up against Kill Fast, that burst spell damage, to get some spell armor on a cooldown. But with the talent point already in your passive ability, Pyromania, I tend to just go with that, and then you can get, if you're in playing the right position, hitting your slows, you should be able to get huge value out of first year ultimate, which will slow them, and then you can go straight into a high value Pyromania, which reduces their damage, so it's good to get off on an early one, and then it also gives you that extra survivability. And if you've been in there and already used your ultimate, they've probably done a lot of damage to you. Usually, I mean, you'll see me easily, I'll drop below half health while just getting into position to use the ultimate effectively. But it's a great little bait once you activate Pyromania, because people are kind of sucked into where you're standing there. I love picking the talents that, like getting into kind of the psychology of the way other people play in the game. It's part of the reason I love shield break talents that break people's shields, because what doesn't show on that stat sheet is the fact that people tend to play differently. I really should have tanked that for this poor guy. People play differently based on what type of survivability they think they have, right? It's go time. Oh, mistake for her. Oh man, I think we're gonna lose this. I gotta get out of here if I can. Leave me alone, ETC! Once you know you're safe, you can lay the cheese. Always a helpful move. That is phenomenal that those guys managed to take that. And we could actually probably push for a win here. Yeah, we got a nice little minion wave push. We got lots of time on their timer. Dahaka should definitely take this, though, if he's not going to help us. At least we'll buy ourselves some time here. More likely than anything, I'm just going to feed a kill in here at this point. And it's kind of an all-or-nothing situation to go for the end. Oh, but we win. Wow, you guys probably think I absolutely suck after that. Honestly, that might be a good indication of how I am at this game, better than anything else. It basically, you can tell who's going to get MVP by least deaths. If I hadn't died that one time, I probably would have gotten MVP. Actually, looking at our stats, maybe definitely not. I would not have gotten MVP. That guy played quite well. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I don't know. I feel like that went okay. Maybe if I had a little bit of practice doing that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you did, like, comment, subscribe. I'll throw my jingle and my sign up on the screen. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great week.